Let's turn my burger shelf into a Halloween shelf. I've recently started decorating this shelf for every season, and during the summer months, it just kind of has this burger SpongeBob theme going on. But this is actually going to be the first time I've ever decorated it for Halloween, so we're going to see how that goes. I went through my bedroom and craft room the other day and picked out all the spookiest trinkets I could find. I'd say like 90% of this stuff is all from yard sales because that's where you find the best, like, crusty trinkets, you know? So here's our blank slate here. The first thing I want to add is this little Boyd's cat that I got a yard sale specifically to put in this little spot right here. She doesn't fit in there great. It'll work. I think it'll work. Then I'm going to add this toothpick holder here that used to belong to my great-grandma that everyone says looks like Boss Baby, and I do see it. I have this, like, dinosaur monster claw thing that I think would look cute coming out of his hat. He's kind of looking at it like, what the heck is that? Speaking of toothpick holders, you know these dried florals that I took out of that trinket shelf I dismantled? They look super cute in this other toothpick holder with this little pumpkin guy. I also have this spooky Crayola crayon that I got while trick-or-treating when I was a kid that I could maybe add in here somewhere. Another thing I got trick-or-treating as a kid is this little camera. It's the coolest thing ever. You look in the lens and click it, and it's got all these little different pictures in it. That's so cute. Same with this little ring here. You're supposed to get the little balls as her eyes. Oh my gosh. I also got this little pumpkin shelf sitter that I do want to actually upcycle for a project, but for now, I think I'm going to sit him right there. Look at his little legs. Now, ever since I first decided that I was going to do this shelf, I knew I had to include these two magnets because these are the vibe that I'm going for. I don't know if this is looking cute or just cluttered at this point. Give me a minute. Dog wizard guy on top here, like he's reading up on all his evil spells. Or nice spells. We don't know his motives. This little ghost eraser up top that looks to be making a very rude hand gesture. I also found this vintage Happy Halloween pin that I think the cat needs to wear. It also needs to hold something like this little broom. I was hoping since this pipe cleaner is kind of coarse, it would just like latch on somehow. Firmly grasp it in your hand. We got it. And I added this house up here that I feel like needs to have this little tree next to it. Maybe with a little guy peeking out behind it. There is quite a bit too much purple happening here now, so I might break it up with like a goat or something. Alright, I think I'm just gonna keep tinkering around with some things and get back to you all when I think it's all finished. And several hours later, it's finished. This is officially the longest it's ever taken me to decorate this shelf. For whatever reason, I just couldn't get the stuff to look cohesive together. I don't know. I did change around several things. Like this basket, you know, used to be down here, but I felt like with that orange, it made it look kind of muddy. And I was thinking this little guy didn't look scary enough, so I decided to give him a bunch of skulls, which I think kind of helped. Then I gave the claw to this pumpkin guy and gave him a little candy to hold. But as with all of my other I Spy core shelves, we gotta have a little riddle to go with it to kind of keep with the I Spy vibe. So I spy a lantern, 2 bats, 3 brooms, a bright green bow, and 2 crescent moons.